Hello there, I'm Jessie, your host of Unboxing Things, and I'm not quite sure what you clicked on to arrive here, but here at Unboxing Things, we unbox your favorite brands and talk only about the box, not about the product, because I run a packaging company, Lumi. So, if you're still with me, let's dig in. I'm gonna see what's in my mailbox today, and now I've got a big old box. This is exciting. I have Blueland. Blueland is a brilliant new product. They ship you the bottles that you need to spray clean things in your home, like window cleaner, surface cleaner, but they only ship you the bottles once because the actual cleanser comes in the form of a tablet and you just use water that you already have at home. The refills can ship to you very inexpensively, so much less waste. What a brilliant idea. So let's take a look. Here's the things that I'm picking up about what they're throwing down. First up, color layering situation on the front panel of the box. Blueland, the future of clean has arrived. Better for you, better for the planet. Now, I love the branding and I love the messaging, but there's something deeper about the way they produce the box that I'm also loving. It's a kraft box. They layered this white on and it's nice and subtle but powerful as a graphic, Blueland, the actual brand name. And then this dark blue color is just printed over top the white. Now, this is actually kind of underutilized as a strategy for producing and pre-press design on a box. A lot of times people actually try to separate the color and leave enough room for the colors to not overlap. That's a lot more complicated. Way more likely in production of the box is a little bit of shift and the box looks weird. So in this case, whether it says the future and it's like a little bit over the L or a lot of bit over the L, you're not gonna feel like it looks wrong or bad, and that's the beauty of this design. Other things about this print, the Blueland has a little bit of room for shift. You can see that the D is getting pretty close to the edge here. There's a little bit more room on this side. Again, they're giving themselves about a 1/4 inch, a little bit more, to let this logo shift a little bit left and right. Makes my life really easy in fulfillment to have a really nice place to put this so that it doesn't go crookedy. So all the action here is on the front panel. I like that strategy. Sometimes brands actually kind of go overboard, like trying to do something on every panel. If you're already paying for printing, might as well kind of go print crazy. I think it shows quite a bit of restraint to be like, you know what? I want people's eyes to go here. I'm gonna put information here, and then I'm just gonna let them open the box. This is an RETF box, roll end front tuck, and it means that it rolls over and tucks in the front. We're gonna see what that looks like when we open it here. I'm gonna open this up. They're also using, this is not a good idea. You're not supposed to do what I just did, okay? Cutting towards your heart is not how they recommend using a blade. Okay, but now that the deed is done, let's open the box. They're using kraft paper tape instead of clear plastic. This brand has a strong sustainability message, so by not using plastic tape, they're clearly not for single-use plastics. I'm gonna keep opening and open up. Bam, this is bright blue. I love this. This is such an incredible pop of brand color. The outside of the box is beautiful, but inside is like a gem. Very, very memorable. Refill is the new recycle. Blueland. And it says #LiveBlueland, really small. They're trying to redefine a category here. They're saying recycling is not enough. Like, just because you recycle something, you can't just say, oh, I have massive consumption, but don't worry, I recycle. They're saying we have to go deeper, we have to try harder. And they're living that because the actual way their brand and company operates is that premise. I wanna highlight this. This is pretty nifty. Let's look at this cool, nifty paper stuff, okay? This is cool. All right, it opens like so and like so, and it's actually kind of a layers of really thin paper. Now, I can tell that this is very much post-consumer content paper, very fibrous. And this is, when you put it together, it's kind of like, think of it as like a bunch of paper towels. When you put it together, it's actually quite cushy. Let's talk about the product, I suppose. It's a beautiful product, and what you've got here is your spray bottles. Again, they only need to arrive to me once. And they put in a nice little info card here. Let's see what we got. How it works, Blueland. I open it up. Okay, I like this. I love a trifold. I'm a sucker for a trifold. Why? Because good things come in threes. In the trifold, they've got this. You're helping to eliminate over 5 billion cleaning bottles from being thrown away each year at Blueland. This is a nice way of reminding me the impact that I'm having by buying the product, and then it gives me actual instructions. Fill, drop, clean. fill it with warm water, drop the tablet in, wait for it to dissolve, and then start cleaning. Because it's a cleaning product, good, clean, fun at Blueland. They've got some really fun messaging going on. I like how simple this is. I like how much they're achieving with actual instructions and brand messaging by giving this to me. Also, I only get this one time. Then there's the product. So in here, you notice that each of these bottles is actually cradled by a custom cut corrugate insert. I'm gonna take the bottles out. Let's look at what is super cool here, and that's the corrugate insert. I love the way that they've done this. This just pops right out. And you'll also notice this here. These are kind of in little kraft wrappers, and this is actually the tablets. They've tucked those in the side. They actually created a pocket for them. So this is not an accident. This insert includes the bottles, but then also includes a really clever space for the tablets. When you take this insert out, you can tell it's a nice piece of actual packaging engineering here, where you have a built-in cushion as well. So on the top of the bottles, you've got that actual kind of pressed paper that I showed you. And on the bottom, you're creating some nice cushioning with the corrugate. You also have the space, and it's perfectly cut out for these bottles. If you're wondering, how do I get a cool custom-shaped corrugate insert for the thing that I'm making or selling? You actually need a packaging engineer to make a die line. A die line is an actual production file that the machine will use to cut your item out after a die is made, to cut it out, kind of cookie cutter style. To get that die line, you need a packaging engineer to look at your object and design this shape and make it into that production file. You can easily disassemble this, just kind of pop it flat, pop all of these wings and flaps back into their flat position. Kind of mystery solved there. This is how this object looks when it's flat, and this is how it would have been cut out, and this is how it would have arrived to Blueland's distribution center on a pallet. You can see here, and especially if I actually take the box apart, that this Blueland box has a true flood coat of color. And by that I mean that the entire surface is flood coated with color, with the only exception being this place where they actually did the registration marks. Even before I could see this place for the registration marks, because of the bright color blue, I could tell that this box started out white corrugate on this side, kraft on this side, and then the blue was flood coated over. As you can imagine, if you put that blue color over top of kraft, it would never look this bright. So when you want to achieve bright colors in corrugate production, you need to start with a white piece of corrugate. I think this is super fun. The brightness of it, the pop of color, the fact that I only need to receive this one time to get kicked off with this brand, it's such a great way to create really strong energy and such excitement around receiving this box. I'm not giving enough love to this little wrapper. This wrapper contains the tablet that I'm going to use in the spray bottles to actually do my cleaning. And this actual wrapper says it's recyclable and compostable, and it's using FSC-certified mixed materials. FSC, if you're unfamiliar, stands for Forest Stewardship Council, and it's an actual organization that creates the standards for how to know whether the materials that were used to make the paper came from sources that were sustainable. So by putting this on here, they're really letting you know their dedication to looking into where every material was used and came from before they made your packaging. What I think is so special about this unboxing experience is that it's so well thought out and beautiful, but then in an ongoing way, in order to participate in this brand and keep using this product, this is all I'm going to need to receive. So receiving these in a really efficient, smaller package is also going to make me feel really good about the sustainability of ongoing use of this system. I think it's time to roll in the recap. I love Blueland packaging for a lot of reasons, but here's my top 3. First up, it's restrained. Instead of printing all over the place, they print on this front panel. They use bold colors, but they don't overdo it on the other messaging, and I think that's really key. Second, it's revealing. What do I mean by that? They've got a beautiful reveal when you open that box, the bright blue. So they're revealing the product to me in a truly experiential manner, and I think that's really incredibly executed. And third, it's a new school. What do I mean by that? I mean that Blueland doesn't just represent great packaging, but it represents a new type of thinking. It's a brand created for e-commerce, an experience created for e-commerce. And I think that's very profound, and they're doing it really top-notch. This has been Blueland Unboxed.